everything is possible in Hollywood. I just learned that really, so you can, if you want to make it, you can actually. My name is Francine Lecoultre. This is my studio in Los Angeles at the Brewery Art Complex. I'm a costume designer, and I'm inviting you to see costumes and the fabric I have created over the years. As a costume designer, I take on the whole production of the costumes, which starts from the concept of the costume, reading the script, and understanding the story, creating the characters, and creating the costumes. And costume design is also many undertaking, like being on set and having a crew and all this. So it's a responsibility as a head of department and also as the head of design and the look of the whole project. As a textile designer or fabric artist, it's a completely different engagement, as actually I am working for a costume designer and creating just specific item, a specific fabric, and it can take like up to 1 year, creating many fabrics for a project. We can be just one special costume, but it's actually a lot more technical, as far as creating that fabric here. My first show here was the Nutcracker at the Los Angeles Ballet. And it was a beautiful show, and it was already 200 costumes actually. And then I started immediately also in the same time to create fabrics. And my first job doing fabrics was at Star Trek television. And then I stayed there for 10 years. I created a fabric for Star Trek television for 10 years. And then my first film was Batman and Robin. So, but I did not even realize that it was just really big, I was like, well, no, I'm just going to, that was just how it started, yes. Basically, the first to create a textile is to start with drawing on paper, like I do by hand. Of course, now it becomes digitally, but I still work at scale by hand, and I paint then on film and then create a silk screen. So this was fabric created for the Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. It was a dress for Michelle Yeoh. I worked with Sanya Hayes on that project. It was actually discovered by mistake. I was doing this fabric here for Monkey Bone, and this also again is many layers. This is a fabric woven in New York, iridescent fabric, silk fabric, and then I created this swivel pattern by silk screening, and the screen was not cleaned properly by my assistant, and I was really not happy about that, because we were on a deadline. But suddenly it gave this effect. And I brought this to the designer, and she said, "Oh, I love this one." And I said, "But I can't because it's a mistake." And she said, "No, but we want this." And then I had to recreate the mistake. So I had to actually break down my screen, my silk screen, and create the mistake. And it became really my trademark, because when I met with Aiko Ishioka to create the fabric for the cell, she said, "Oh, but Francine, we want this." And I said, "Well, but this is a mistake." So now I'm actually my specialty has been this broken down fabric that is actually very old looking for all these costumes.